I didn't even tell Ryan yet because I just thought, oh, I don't think they'll really want to tell Joel's story because Joel still doesn't really talk yet, so I knew Joel couldn't tell his story for himself. And Joel had been declared terminal, 2 years before, and he didn't ever die. So he'd been given 4 months to live, but then he would get better, and then he'd get a new tumor, but then he'd get better again, and he just always got better instead of worse. So I told them that. I said, I don't know if you want to tell Joel's story, because he can't really tell the story himself, and he hasn't died, and he keeps doing better instead of worse. And we told them at the time when we were going to get this MRI, he had been off of all treatment for
6 months or so.
Yeah, since like May. Yeah, so he'd been off of all treatment for 6 months. He'd had clear scans for 6 months, which is as long as we'd ever had clear scans before. So in that way, we were really encouraged. But at the same time, every October or November, we get a really bad MRI. And we don't know, that doesn't make any sense, but that's what's happening with us all day. And they were so cool. They were just fun to spend time with. They loved the kids.
I think the most significant thing about these filmmakers is that they really want to make a difference in the world. And so they're trying to tell people's stories.
But what I think I'm most excited about is this particular MRI that they did. They found a giant tumor in his spine. And especially after the film was done, the doctors told us this represents a whole new stage in his disease. He is not going to go into remission after this. They kind of for the 3rd time told us to really prepare for his death. The people on the internet, you can see on comments and things, are all kind of like, what happened to him? Is he okay? What's going on? And Joel's doing really, really great now. So I'm kind of excited that people can see it. And even though it's kind of a sad story, we can bring Joel up right afterwards and say, here's Joel. He's doing great. He's walking again. And that spinal tumor is gone now. They did radiation. They weren't sure that they were hoping it would maybe stop the growth or even shrink it a little. And it cleared it out entirely.